Craig Button's back with me. Craig, here are the longest tenured NHL head coaches. John Cooper on top of the list, been with Tampa Bay since 2013. Sheldon Keefe of the Toronto Maple Leafs, fifth longest tenured head coach. And by the way, Martin St. Louis is sixth. He's only been Montreal's head coach since early 2022. Just goes to show you how much more movement we've had at the coaching position in the last few years, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I mean, look at how many coaches have changed from the beginning of this year till now. And, you know, that's just the nature of the business. So
our own Darren Dreger is reporting that he believes the Toronto Maple Leafs will fire Sheldon Keefe ahead of the Friday morning press conference that will feature the management of the team. If that is true, do you think that's the right direction for this Toronto Maple Leafs?
Yeah, well, I mean, number one is that every coach has an expiry date. Number two, when you consider, you know, what the team has done during the regular season, very admirable.
Yeah.
But their goal hasn't been to be a good regular season team in the last 5 years. Their goal has been to go deeper in the playoffs, and a belief that they could go deeper in the playoffs. They've won one playoff round, and they've won one game in the second round. And after Sheldon Keefe made his comments about games 3 and 4 versus the Boston Bruins, I was puzzled by it. But I also think it speaks to a coach's job. A coach's job is to find solutions. A coach's job is to reach the goals that you set out for yourself. He said it himself. We're in a results business. It's real simple. He hasn't got results in where they've set out their goals. So as the expiry date comes, it seems that it has.
Yeah.
And certainly when you look at where the Toronto Maple Leafs are, terrible power play, you know, when you're trying to get it. Penalty kill wasn't that great. And the regular season is different than the playoffs. Everybody knows that. Every single person that participates in the NHL knows that. So if you know that and you can't get results in the playoffs and that's your goal and you believe you can, change has to happen. Has to happen.
You talked about special teams specifically. So is there a type of coach that you feel would actually fit in well, or is it actually a personnel issue when it comes to the special teams for the Maple Leafs?
Well, like players?
Yeah.
They're one of the highest scoring teams in the league. Like, I don't think it's about personnel. I mean, coaches implement their plans.
Yeah.
I mean, players are going to carry out the plans that the coaches implement, that they instill. The players don't go running out there doing their own thing. They don't go rogue. They follow what the coaches do. And so when you're not getting results, who do you look to? Yeah, I know that there's times when you look and go, okay, that player's got to be better or whatnot, but it's a coach's job to instill a system of team play that the players can get results that maximizes their abilities. It hasn't happened.
All right. So then the other question would be Brendan Shanahan. It seems like, we presume, unless he decides to show up at the press conference and say, I'm out and leave, we presume he's going to be back as team president. Are you surprised that he would remain as team president under Keith Pelly?
Well, I mean, Keith Pelly comes in. I mean, he's only been in the job for less than 2 months. So, you know, Keith's got to do his own evaluations and everything. And again, it's not about me being surprised or whatnot. Again, you look at what somebody has done in the job, what has been their mandate. You know, when Brendan took over the team, he said, we're going to go in this direction. I mean, he's no different than Sheldon Keefe.
Yeah.
There haven't been results there. And when we call it the Shanahan plan, it is the Shanahan plan. So who else are you going to blame when things aren't going right? You look right to the top. And now I understand that Keith Pelly's coming in and he's going to look at it and he's going to understand it. And it's not about me being surprised or not surprised.
Right.
I'm not here to say somebody should lose their job or should keep their job. But at the same time, you know, when you come in and you evaluate and Brendan Shanahan has put things in place, and maybe Keith Pelly feels that the best thing to do is proceed with Brendan Shanahan, and maybe that's the right move. But at the same time, it's not about what you've done. I mean, his feet should be held to the fire. Mm-hmm. Make no mistake about it, because one playoff round win in his tenure, it speaks volumes as well.